Alright, Zhiying, let's have a look at your essay here. Can technology solve our environmental problems? Over here, it is possible, your SV, it is that technology can solve our problems. Now your SV, I think this is what I gave you, but you notice your SV thesis statement, sorry, the topic sentence, right? You jump straight into like high emission energy. Okay, we don't write that in our topic sentence. Yeah, so the topic sentence should be kind of broad, and then you zoom into carbon or climate change somewhere in the middle of your paragraph. At the beginning, we just address environmental problems as a whole. Now, do remember, energy, climate change is only one kind of environmental problem. There are many other kinds of environmental problems, right? Like, pollution and all that. So we don't narrow it down at the beginning. The example so what is missing. If you recall, I did show you the example so what, how it's written. Example so what, typically you want to broaden out already. Notice we don't talk about climate change, don't talk about solar panel energy, none of that, or names of the country. So example so what, we broaden out, we just say such endeavor shows how technology can be easily transferred from wealthy to poor nations that lack the technological capabilities. This is just linking back to my explanation earlier. Yeah, so it doesn't touch on any specific kind of environmental problem. So you can consider writing something similar to this for your example so what. One good way to, or rather easy way to start your example so what, is to use the word such. And have a look at your introduction. You have the bang, very good bang. It is a quote. Now my advice to you is you are quite likely to forget this quote nearing the exam. So have a book, write down the things, the quotes for environment, have like one page for environment, one page for poverty, one page for science and tech, blah blah blah. So note down these quotes, and you can use them over and over again. Like this one over here, pretty versatile. You can use it for many kinds of environment questions. When you see this hashtag sign, that means you could consider using some other words that are possibly better to show off your vocabulary, okay, into every aspect, every facade, every facet of our lives. That's something you can consider using. Your introduction does not have OV reason and the thesis statement reason. You have the stand, you say they believe it can help, but I don't think it can help. Now, you need to give a reason for each of them. They believe it can help because of certain of something. I believe it doesn't help because of like another reason. Yeah, just offer like one reason. Now you may have more than one reasons for, especially for your thesis statement, you may have more than one reasons. That's okay. Just include one will do, so that the examiner knows what to look out for later on. Yeah, otherwise it's you're just stating your stance. You're not really giving a thesis. Now your conclusion, again, another word that you can consider using, undeniable, can be written as indubitable. Indubitable. To rewrite your link to intro, okay, you don't have a recommendation. I think you can consider using that. You have a summary, but no recommendation. You would have talked about several issues like technology becoming very expensive, technology is the source of the problem. You can give some recommendations on what we can do though when it comes to technology being very expensive. You can say richer countries should attempt to bring down the cost of such technology and make them accessible to poorer countries, because environment is an issue faced by the world, okay, not by just a particular nation. Then you have your link to introduction. I hope you rewrite this a little bit because it will help the examiner see the link. By the time they reach the conclusion, they would have kind of forgotten what you have written in your introduction. One thing you could do is to say to revisit Barry Commoner's quote. You see, I'm being specific here. You have a name, Barry Commoner, and you mention it once. If you mention it again in the conclusion, the reader will kind of like, oh yeah, I kind of remember reading this earlier. Yeah, as compared to not knowing, like you're trying to link. So to revisit Barry Commoner's quote at the beginning of this essay, maybe one day we can blah 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 blah. Okay, continue with that. So that will help you help your link be more explicit to the introduction. Okay, that is all the feedback I have for you, Zhiying. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me, okay?